In here we had this area open last year for 6 weeks, which turned out to be sort of not quite long enough to deal with all the archaeology in here. And I was hoping that within sort of 4 weeks this year we'd have dealt with all the archaeology in here, but there turned out to be a bit more than perhaps we were expecting. So sort of halfway through week 8, we're still working in here, but we're confident we'll get it dealt with by the end of the week. In here we've got several phases. We've got a medieval building that's with this wall I'm stood on here. We have to use a bit of imagination because our medieval wall did go through here, but again it's been completely robbed out. Our medieval building, it gets demolished again at the dissolution and is then replaced by another building, which is probably a timber frame building, very poor quality stub walls. That building is now that pile of rubble over there and that pile of rubble over there. But it's sat on top of this one at a slightly different angle. That building was built about 1580 and survived as a building to about 1680 and as a ruin until about a fortnight ago. We exposed our medieval building, and then we've got quite a few floor surfaces associated with our medieval building, which we've now dug through to see what's underneath our medieval building. And just in here, we're now starting to get a series of pits and post holes that predate our medieval building, but the pottery that's coming from them also looks to be medieval, so it looks like they don't predate the building by a great period of time. So we've got about 4 or 5 burials at the top end of the site that are actually underneath medieval surfaces. So again, they predate the building. So with those, we'll be taking a sample to send off for radiocarbon dating, and we'll see what comes back from that. So with Area A, we're pretty much there with it now. We've got the natural geology exposed, we've got burials cutting it, we've got pits cutting it, then we've got at least 2 buildings over the top. And then latterly, it became a garden for the Elizabethan manor house, which replaces the west range of the abbey, which the Victorians decided what fun it would be to demolish to build the mock Tudor vicarage that stands there now. It dates about 1870 if memory serves.